This is Brandon with Fleet Feet, and today I've got another shoe for you all, and that is one from Mizuno. We don't really review that many Mizuno shoes, so this is definitely a special treat, but this one is their Max Cushion Daily Trainer. And it is a great training companion to that of the Neo Vista because it actually has some similar qualities and foams inside of it. I was the only person on the Fleet Feet review team to actually test and try out this shoe. Normally we do have all of our reviewers and all of their feedback added to the reviews, but for this one, since I was the only one to test it out, you will be hearing mainly my thoughts. But before we can go anywhere, please make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps to support us and keep these videos moving along. Now let's move on to the upper. This is the men's model and this is the women's model, and the upper is made up of a smooth stretch woven mesh upper. From my experience in the shoe, it does fit true to size. It does have a standard lacing system, it has a gusseted tongue, and a padded heel collar. Overall, it is mainly a thin upper, but that just adds for more breathability. And overall, I really had no issues with the upper and it felt pretty comfortable. And if you're wondering whether the fit of this shoe is gonna work for you, then you can go check it out at your local Fleet Feet store. You can walk in, get your foot scanned, go through the Fit ID process and the outfitting experience to figure out whether this shoe or another shoe is gonna be the best for you. Now let's move on to the midsole. The midsole is made up of a Mizuno Wave construction, and it is actually a double layer or dual density layer midsole. The top layer is made up of Mizuno Enerzy Next, which is the same foam that you can find in the Neo Vista, and then the Mizuno Enerzy, which is what you can find in most of their daily trainers. The top layer foam is gonna be a little bit faster, it'll be softer and more energetic, and the bottom foam is gonna be more stable, firmer, and is going to add a little bit more rigidity to the shoe. And the midsole does come in at the same stack as the previous model. The drop of the shoe is at 8 millimeters with 41 in the heel and 33 in the toe. The outsole is made up of what Mizuno is calling X10 carbon rubber. And for the most part, it's just traditional outsole rubber coverage like we've seen in a lot of other shoes. And I had no issues with outsole traction. I had no issues when cornering or picking up the pace in the shoe. I was able to change speeds and paces and had no issue with traction. Let's move on to the ride and performance. Overall, when running in this shoe, I was very pleasantly surprised. I don't actually run in a lot of Mizuno shoes, but the few that I have run in from this year, I've been very happy with. With the Rebellion Pro 2 and the Neo Vista, both those shoes have been great and I've loved them a lot, but now this one from a daily trainer perspective has been one of my favorites. This is the best Wave Sky to date, and it felt very supportive. It had that plush Max Cushion feel that I was looking for, and I think a lot of that is credited to the Mizuno Enerzy Next, which is the new foam that they've implemented in this shoe. But overall, it was very soft, it was well cushioned, and I took this shoe out on a few easy runs and just felt very supportive. The shoe just completely sunk in with my stride, and I completely forgot what shoe I was running in. It was really a joy to see that. I didn't actually have to notice whether I was running in a Mizuno shoe. For the first time, I was thinking to myself, wow, like I totally forgot that this was a Mizuno running shoe. It just had those qualities of just a very nice daily trainer. I wasn't a huge fan of some of the previous models of the Wave Sky. Either I thought the upper was too warm, or I thought that the midsole was too firm for my liking, but this one actually solves a lot of those issues with a thinner upper and a more dynamic midsole. And the weight of the shoe wasn't that bad. I usually don't notice weight and it doesn't affect me on most of my runs, but this shoe is pretty nice, especially for a Max Cushion shoe. The men's model weighs in at 9.9 ounces or 280 grams, and the women's model at 8.1 ounces or 229 grams. And the price of this shoe comes in at $170, which is typical of a Max Cushion daily trainer. And other Max Cushion daily trainers that I would compare this price to is the New Balance More V5 at $155 and the On Cloud Eclipse at $180. So like I said, it kind of falls right in the middle of that range. so it is really well priced. And if you want to snag this shoe for yourself, you can go get this shoe at your local Fleet Feet store or online at fleetfeet.com. And if you're curious and want to learn more about this shoe or other Mizuno shoes in general, you can check out all of our full reviews on our blog. What video do you want to see next? Make sure to leave that in the comments below. Let us know whether you want to compare this shoe to another one, or if you're curious to hear about other Mizuno shoes in general. But for now, if you are curious about other Mizuno shoes, we do review the Mizuno Neo Vista in our Super Trainer Roundup. So you can go check that out right now.